return to Palestine. My mom, my sisters, and I, we still to this day believe we're going to return to Palestine, inshallah. Yesterday I was doing an interview, and the interviewer asked me, have these recent events united the Palestinians? I said, bro, come to a protest and see who it's united. How many of you are not Palestinian? There's more non-Palestinians at these protests than Palestinians. Because this is a cause that's been said many times, that's not just for Palestinians. Many of us are here and many of us care. There's several reasons, and I'm going to talk about 4 categories, and every one of us falls into one of those categories or more. Number 1, many of us, yes, we are Palestinian. Our family is there. At this point, every Palestinian has been directly impacted or knows someone. Our own community, if you haven't heard, our own community, we had a sister, Sister Manal Hamouda, lost 30 people. 30 people from her family from one strike on their house, an Israeli airstrike on their house. Her 4 brothers, doctors, their spouses, their kids. No one survived except her mother and nephew. May Allah have mercy on the martyrs, and may Allah grant them, may Allah grant Sister Manal and her family patience. Ameen. The other reason you may care is because we're all Americans here. And America has a role to play. If you didn't know, America sends $3.8 billion to Israel every single year. So whether you like it or not, we are an active part of the Israeli occupation of Palestine. Israel has long enjoyed not only political benefit from the U.S. on the international stage, but also the financial benefit. I don't know if you guys know this, but right now in the House, there's a bill to give more aid to Israel. The only thing that's stopping it is because they can't get a Speaker of the House. That's the only thing stopping it. And so as Americans, whether you like it or not, but you have a role and a duty. I know, calling elected officials is not fun. Talking to them is not fun. I absolutely hate it. It's the worst thing in the world. Because most of them are heartless. And I feel pathetic having to ask them to care for Palestinian children. But you know what? We're going to leave no stone unturned. Every single one of us has a role to play. And as Americans, we have a critical role. Again, whether you like it or not. So we're going to call, we're going to email, we're going to protest, we're going to show up, we're going to be annoying. And if you're tired, then imagine how the people of Gaza feel. The other category, the other reason you might care is because you're Muslim. I think many of us here, alhamdulillah, we're Muslims. We also have people of other faiths here. And as part of being Muslim, fundamental to our faith, this is part of being Muslim, is that Allah can free Palestine before any of us take a step away from the capital today. Allah can free Palestine before I say my next word. Allah can free Palestine before my next blink. That's what it means to believe in God. So, for us, it's not about the how and the when. We believe in divine justice, and we believe justice will prevail. What we have to worry about is what side were we on? When we're asked, what did you do? When there's a murders and genocide taking place on TV, what did you do? What did you say? Who did you talk to? So that we can be rid of those who establish justice, establish the justice that will come to Palestine and Masjid al-Aqsa and Gaza and all of this land, inshallah. And finally, if you're not Palestinian, if you're not American, and if you're not Muslim, the bare minimum, you're a human. Wallahi, I swear, we've seen images in these 2 last weeks that no human can see and not be changed. We've all seen the video of the man carrying the pieces of his child in plastic bags. We've seen entire families wiped off the public record. Has anyone even heard this statement before? Wiped off the public record. That means the grandparents, the parents, and the kids are dead. Martyrs. No one there. No one left. No one left to bury them. No one left to give condolences to. This is not humane. And I
don't care where you stand. But if you can tell me to my face that that's okay, that killing children is okay, that killing over 1,700 children in 2 weeks is okay, then you're not human. You're not human. And you guys need to go out there and talk. And like my son said, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated. We're not here to be proper anymore. Many of you are parents. May Allah protect your children. But if someone had just killed your child, would you not do anything that you can to make sure that the next child doesn't get killed? So brothers and sisters, please think about what you can do. Anything. What position you're in. Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're an employer. Maybe you can talk to your neighbor. Maybe you can talk to your elected official. Maybe you have resources, financial resources, skills. We have a lot of journalists here, and you know, I've been telling every journalist that I come across, I've been told journalism 101 is, if someone tells you it's raining outside and someone tells you it's sunny outside, your job is not to report both sides. Your job is to go outside, figure out the truth, and that's what you report. So even the journalists here, I know you're under a lot of pressure, and we know there's an agenda, and you're being given scripts, and you're being told to say certain things. I had a journalist tell me, he told me, I am contractually obligated to ask you about Hamas. He is obligated by his employer to ask me about Hamas. There's an agenda. They're being given these scripts. But everybody can play a role. Everybody can push back. Everybody can be outspoken. Everybody can do something. Because like I said, justice will prevail. Many of us here believe that, inshallah. And at the end of the day, this moment is going to go down in history. Not just for the region, but for the world. And we're asking every single person, every human, how do you want history to write what you did? Thank you.
Amazing speech by Mariam. Thank you so much. And Maysoon. And Abu Jamal. I don't know where he went. Thank you guys so much.
All right. I know it's really cold. I want to thank y'all again so much for coming out. For the speakers that are coming, we're going to make sure that it's, impactful yet brief. And we'll have our chanting in between. But right now we're going to have our Executive Director, Jailani Hussein from CARE Minnesota, speak briefly. Jailani?
Round of applause for my brother, Jailani.
All right, greet you all with a greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Are you here? Are you here? There's a lot of people watching on YouTube right now or Facebook or why aren't you here right now? Why aren't you here right now for those who are watching? We need you to be here. We need you to be seen. Right now, there is protest happening all over America. In Washington, D.C., New York, and in Chicago, just like us today. For what? For demanding a ceasefire immediately. Ceasefire immediately. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
Tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow.
No.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
I want to thank every one of you for showing up today. I want to let you know that what is happening in front of us is a test to all of us. For 14 days, 2.2 million Gazans, Palestinians, have been denied water, have been denied food, have been denied electricity. And then more bombs have been dropped on Palestine than the entire year in Afghanistan. And the reality is for us, for many of us who woke up, for many of us who are here today, those bombs have a sticker on it, and that sticker says the United States of America. We are part of those bombs that have been set, that have taken the lives of 1,700 children in Gaza today. Shame on America! Shame on America! Shame on America! Shame on America! We are living in a time when our democracy is nothing but a hypocrisy. Nothing but a hypocrisy. If we are the people that say we want democracy, if we are the people that say we want peace in the world, why can't we see the humanity in Palestinian children? Why can't we see the humanity in a mother in Gaza right now? I'm telling you, this nation is sleeping. This nation has blood on its hands. And it's us that have to wake it up. We have to march. We have to protest. We have to stand up. We have to speak up with everything that we have to protect the innocent life in Gaza right now. Every single one of you matters. Some of you right now are pained by this weather. You might be chilling right now. That's nothing compared to the 14 days that people say in the morning. You have to be thinking about Gaza during the day. You have to be thinking about Gaza during the night. You have to use your power. You have to use your voice. Last week on Thursday, we held protests in front of all those congressional offices. Every single one of you is responsible now. Go to those offices in the morning, in the afternoon, whenever you can make it. And I want you to ask your neighbors and your friends, where are the sympathies? We have seen when Ukraine, everybody was calling for protecting the children in Ukraine, just like all of us. Why can't we do this for the Palestine? Ask your neighbors, ask your friends, go to the churches, the synagogues, to the masajids, to all the places where people gather. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. Many of you have social media. For what? All of you have Facebook pages, Twitter, whatever else you have. Why do you have it? To say the truth. Use your power. Use your voice. Speak up. Stand up. Do not let any minute be passed without you doing something positive, without doing something powerful. And I'm telling you something, it doesn't take a lot of people. It does not take a lot of people. It takes a committed few. It takes a committed few that can change the hearts and minds of many. It takes a committed few to stand up for justice. It takes a committed, dedicated few to continue to put that pressure on. I want to thank, as somebody mentioned, to all the Jewish leaders who stood up, who put their bodies on the line, who got arrested and said, not in our name. And here in Minnesota, Jewish Voice for Peace and many others have joined us in protests. Many of them went to Amy Klobuchar's office and were kicked out of the office because they stood up for Gazan children.